Hey guys, Nick here. Thanks for coming by. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about donation. And when I say donation, I mean organ donation. Guys, I know that this can be a touchy subject with some people for a lot of different reasons. It may be religious reasons, it may just be personal reasons. But I wanted to talk about how important it is just on a human level. Guys, you would be amazed at what can be done with your physical body after you've left it. Guys, when people think of organ donation, they think, heart or kidney or liver or, things of that nature. But guys, the stuff that can be reused, I mean, we're talking ligaments and tendons, things that can help somebody walk who maybe hasn't walked in years. I mean, we're talking about certain parts of your eyes, helping people to see. Guys, it's really it's kind of like the last gift that you can give, I'm not gonna preach to you guys about whether you should or whether you shouldn't. I am an organ donor, and I'm one of those people that there may not be, a whole lot of viable, organs or things like that, left whenever I do leave the earth. But yeah, I'm giving that option. I mean, take my fingernails for all that I care, because I mean I'm not gonna need them anymore. Guys, it's such a beautiful thing, to be able to give somebody, that second chance, whether it be life or whether it just be, comfort, while they're still living. I got to experience an incredible, what I'll call a miracle, today, which I'll actually talk about in another video, but it has to do with organ donation. And guys, the things that it impacts is not just the person that might be receiving, that organ or that tissue or that ligament, but their family is gratefully impacted as well. In the situation that I'll talk about in another video, I got to see somebody with their father who, and while I don't have any biological children of my own, I have a stepchild, but it's amazing how just happy, and because when someone is in a position where they need that organ, or where they need, something to keep, just keep on going, their family's fighting that battle too. It's not just one individual person, or the recipient that's benefiting from that. It can bring, and I'm not talking about, people needing a ride somewhere, or having to take someone to a doctor's appointment. When somebody is at the point where they need, I won't even say borrow, to receive, something from another person. It it brings joy, and it brings just happiness to just the family unit. I mean, it helps somebody to become, that more of a part of their family again, because it can be such an isolating, feeling to basically to be in the position where you're asking someone for a gift, and it's somebody that you don't even know a lot of times. And to if you are a donor, to give something to someone that you might not know, and that is such a selfless thing to do, and even if you're in a situation where you can be a living donor, that is also an amazing thing, because the bond that you'll develop with that person, and a lot of time it's a family member it just adding that extra layer of I love you, you know, because oftentimes it's just as hard on the living donor from a healing standpoint as it is the recipient. In some cases, it's harder on the donor than it is the recipient, just from a healing standpoint. Sometimes they, are on the exact same pace, and they can be there for each other. Sometimes the living donor has a longer path of healing, but either way, guys, organ donation is so important. And I said I'm not going to preach, and some people are like they want to leave the earth whole, and it's some people may think that it's disgracing, your body that you were given, and you have to remain, completely intact. And me personally, I don't think that's the case. I think that since we have the ability to have compassion, and we're we're as human beings, we can empathize, and we have the ability to have empathy, when we have the ability to care on that level and make that decision, on that level. And that's such an important thing to do. And this, I'm talking specifically about organ donation, but it could also be plasma, donating plasma, or donating blood even. There's so many people that might need transfusion, and that's just something that takes an hour to do, and it's safe, and it's always in need. There's always a need for it. So that's all I've got for this specific video. It was just something that was really on my mind and just really hit me when I had a chance to see that miracle live, just right in my face, and was able to hug that person, and to meet their family and just see the joy. And I can being able to see a physical change in that person that needed that organ, just the color, in their face, their mobility. I mean, it was just amazing to be able to see it. So that's all I got. I appreciate you guys. Love all of you. As always, there's a link in the description box below for our Facebook group. I'm going to call it our Facebook group. It's not mine. I may be the admin. I may have started it, but there's real friendships and bonds being made there, and questions being answered and questions being asked. So I encourage you guys to go and check it out. As always, if you have a chance, get outside today, be the difference in someone's day. I don't know where you are, but it's beautiful outside where I'm at. So as always, have a great day, and I'll see you guys later.